All right, welcome back to the channel. Max Tornow here, and in this video I want to talk about 5 marketing tricks that you can use for your own business, whether you're just getting started or you already have one, that could literally make you millions. These are not just things that I've just randomly come up with. These are not just theoretical concepts. These are things that I'm literally doing every day in every single piece of my content, more or less obviously. And yeah, they've been making me millions ever since I started. So yeah, that being said, if you like the idea of making money, and if you like the idea of having good marketing, or just want to, learn a little bit more about business because it interests you, then this video is for you. We're today in the Austrian Alps. I'm driving around this little boat thing here, and yeah, let's get right into it. So the first thing is, it's not about you, it's about them. It always is. And this is a mistake that I see a lot of people make. They always say like, well, I am an expert in so and so, and I am so good, and so on and so forth. Look, nobody cares. Right? People always inevitably ask them, as human psychology, as human nature, what is in it for me? And you kind of notice that maybe at the beginning of my video here, it was not just me, hey, what's up? Look, the boat is so chill, so amazing, ha ha ha, I'm so cool. No, I'm like, this is what you'll learn. This is what you'll get from the video. Right? So you have to be aware of that. Nobody cares who you are or what you do or what kind of an expert you are. People just want to know what is in it for them. And this is something I've been focusing on over the entirety of my career. Just give a lot, and that is it. Which brings me to marketing trick number 2, and that is never charge by the hour. Never. Charge for an end result. All right? This is especially important if you're an online coach, a consultant, or an agency. Are you thinking about becoming an online coach, consultant, or agency, which probably you do because you're following me on this channel here? I see that so often that people charge by the hour. Oh, I charge 20 bucks per hour or 200 bucks. Even if you charge 500 bucks per hour, which would be in the extreme premium segment, it's very hard to sell that. Why? Because again, it links back to the first rule, to the first marketing trick. People are going to ask themselves, yeah, but what's in it for me? Like, how much will you be able to teach me in that 1 hour? Is it really worth the 250 bucks or 500 bucks? Instead, tell them what they can get, what the end result is for which they're paying money. Right? So let's say, for example, you're a fitness coach. Instead of saying, well, a Skype session with me where I can teach you about nutrition costs 250 bucks. Nobody cares. Say, you know what? Look, we're going to be working together for 12 weeks or however long it's going to take you. I'm going to help you lose 20 pounds, and it's $2,000 for that. Because now the person doesn't have to calculate, okay, how much worth is it an hour for me? No, now you have to just ask yourself as a potential client, okay, is it worth 2,000 bucks for me to lose 20 pounds? Hell yeah. So let's do it. So it's instantly easier for you to justify a higher price. All right? For example, I can give you another example here. This boat, right? I'm paying here by half an hour or something like that, or by an hour. What am I doing though? I'm shooting a great video. If somebody would have told me, hey, listen, give us 500 bucks, and for that, you're able to make an epic video with our boat. That would have been much more different, because I'd be like, well, this video is going to make me a lot of money, so hell yeah, right? But obviously, the person who's doing this boat rental thing doesn't really need to know that. I mean, but it was just an example, right? Anyways, which brings me to the third very interesting marketing trick, so to say, and that is better overprice and over-deliver instead of underprice and under-deliver. And this is something I've been living by even in the beginning when I just sold info products. I said, look, I could sell it for 400 bucks, the premium platinum version of my info products, and people will like it, or I sell it for 800 bucks, which is, quite a lot of money for an info product without any touch points, without any one-on-one time with me, and I absolutely over-deliver. It's always better to over-deliver. It's always better to also charge a higher price and justify that, because everybody wins. If you underprice and under-deliver, who wins? Nobody. Client doesn't win because they get relatively little value. You don't win because you get relatively little money. Right? Oh, but I want to compete with my pricing, because if I make it cheaper than the so-and-so guy, then maybe I can snag some potential clients of them. Yeah, the only people that you're going to snag off them is the cheap, lower-end type of clients that nobody really wants, that cannot execute. Instead, go charge a premium price, but then also go out of your way to deliver that. And this is something that I hope I get to be known for, and I hope I am known for already, that we always over-deliver. So even if you're just a regular, quote-unquote, client of mine, for example, in Freedom Business Mentoring, and you're not necessarily a one-on-one client, hey, if you send me a DM on Instagram and you're like, hey, can you help me with this real quick, one-on-one? Yeah, I'll do it. Who cares? Because again, I could now say that, well, you're not a one-on-one client of mine. oh, you better watch the group chats or something like that. No, I'm like, yeah, whatever, I'm already reading the message, might as well reply real quick, right? And the client appreciates that and is aware of that in the ideal case. Like, oh, hey, I'm not a one-on-one client, but I still appreciate Max taking the extra time here to help me out with that. Everybody wins, right? And that in return also allows me to charge higher prices. So I hope that makes sense, and let me turn the boat around here real quick. Which brings me to marketing trick number 4, and that is, honestly, people don't buy a product. They buy you. They buy the human being behind that. I'll give you an example. Do you buy, for example, Air Jordans because you really think it's the best shoe? Isn't it that there's other, I don't know, Adidas shoes that do the same? No, you buy Air Jordans because it bears the name of Michael Jordan and you resonate with that person, right? What about Tesla? All right, Tesla are great cars, absolutely. But there's a lot of people who buy Tesla simply because they believe in Elon. They love the SpaceX stuff, right? They buy the person behind it and not necessarily the product. Which also means, especially if you're in a B2B sphere, right? You have an agency and you're dealing with a lot of logical people. Still, if you're a person that people can resonate with, if you're someone who stands for something, who has an interesting backstory, a hero story, so to speak, people can resonate with that. It's much easier for you to sell if you have an epic, awesome product, but on top of that, you're a personality, you're standing for something, right? And you can stand against something or for something, right? You can probably know what I'm standing for, right? I'm standing for freedom, I'm standing for autonomy, I'm standing against 9-to-5 jobs, against drop shipping. I don't have a problem with polarizing either, right? So again, people don't necessarily just buy my program, they buy me. They buy because they trust in me, because they believe in what I'm saying and they can resonate with my message, with my background, with my hero story. And that also includes me being from Austria here, right? It's exactly the same. And by the way, before we're gonna get into the last one, if you haven't done so yet, go give me a follow on my Instagram account. I'm gonna edit or have edited some of the Instagram stories that I'm posting here. I'm posting every day, I'm replying to DMs, I'm doing polls, I'm engaging with the community. It's really, really great. So if you haven't done so yet, go ahead, give me a follow on my Instagram account. You won't regret it. Tons of free value on there every single day being posted. And that brings me to marketing trick number 5, and that is, it's not a marketing trick, it's more of a life hack, so to speak, a bit of life wisdom, and that is doing trumps thinking. And yeah, like I said, it has less to do with marketing, but ultimately, every time I release theory-heavy videos such as this one, which are, quite frankly, about theory, a lot of people just kind of watch it and they don't do anything with it. And ultimately, this video is a complete waste of your time unless you implement these things. And whether you know me from my very first business or you just know me from this one here, we're always big on executing, right? We're always big on implementing the steps you need to take, stopping the BS, being real talk, giving real talk, and just having you do things, whether you're perfect at it or ready for it or not. Because the truth is, you're never going to be ready for anything. You're not going to feel ready to charge people money. Never, all right? You're not going to be ready for your first speech, for your first client, for your first client call, for your first outreach. You're never going to be ready. I wasn't perfectly ready either for this video, right? You never are. But it's better to do something imperfectly and get better at it while you're doing it than waiting around and theorizing more and more and more. So yeah, that could be counted as a marketing trick or just a simple piece of wisdom for your life. But either way, whatever it is, go take action. Go implement these things. Whether you do that with me and my team, which I recommend you because we're really amazing at what we're doing, or you're doing it with somebody else or alone, I don't care. Just take action and don't give up. Don't you ever goddamn give up. So every time I get here, I come here to my hometown, I'm sorry if it's a little windy, I think back about the times when I didn't have the money, where I didn't have the time, where I didn't have the team, I didn't have the experience, I didn't have the brand. And every time I drive into this little valley here, surrounded by these mountains, sometimes, almost always, I start crying because it's so amazing to kind of know what you've done and how far you've come and how much you've suffered and how much you sacrificed to be where you are right now. And it's not many people can resonate with that. Not many people know what you mean, except for people who've done it themselves. But it's a really, really, really beautiful feeling and a very humbling feeling and a very exciting feeling. You feel a lot of love for yourself, for the people around you, for your clients, for the people that you've been able to help, and for the people that have helped you. So that is it. And I want to thank you very much for watching, because you're part of this journey. even if you're just watching this video. I hope I can be part of your journey just a tiny little bit, maybe, with this video, or if you're our client or just someone who's considering it. I want to thank you very much for watching. Please don't let your dreams go down to waste. Go execute on those. If you want to know a little bit more, I've created, by the way, a free training video that will teach you a little bit more of the implementable steps for you in order to create your very first business. This is especially for you if you're unsure what it is that you could be doing. You want to build a freedom business, but you don't know how or what steps you could take. That free training video is for you. I'm also going to show, in the name of transparency, screenshots, real names of our clients, everything in the most honest possible way. Check it out. There's a link down in the description below. Watch that free training video if you're unsure about what steps you need to take in order to get started. Lots of stuff that we actually only teach our clients. It's in on the free video. I'm giving it all away for you. So I want to thank you very much for watching. Click the link down below for that free video, and greetings from beautiful Austria. Bye-bye. GG.
Hey everyone, my name is Dimitri. I do fitness coaching, and since I joined FBM, I have closed 3.7 thousand euro, and I'm really happy about that. I've made a really big progress, and I couldn't do that without FBM and without the help of Max and the coaches. It would have taken me so much time to do that by myself, and I'm really happy and really grateful for all the help. Thank you.